Hi, welcome. So today I am doing my top 5 Christmas movies. And if you hear background noise, it is probably the dog snoring, one of them walking around. He might start barking at me, my child playing Fortnite while FaceTiming his friends. So you might hear yep, that's all I hear right now is like Fortnite. That's all I hear in my house anymore. But yeah, so if you hear those kind of noises, don't be alarmed. It's just Fortnite. But anyways, we're talking Christmas movies. I put this on Twitter the other day and got a lot of good responses actually, so I wanted to read some of them. I put, if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, then Batman Returns is one too. Someone wrote, I'm okay with that because Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Someone else put, great news. Someone else said, I think it is actually, it was on Christmas. Yes, back to that later. So someone even said, Die Hard is even the best Christmas movie. So is Gremlins. Point. It's the best of those 4 movies in my opinion. Oh, out of the Batmans. Got it. Okay. I'm fine with that. Go is also a Christmas movie. Do you consider Just Friends to be a Christmas movie? Yes, and Lethal Weapons. Someone wrote Die Hard and Batman Returns are the Christmas movie GOATs. I completely agree. Someone put in Home Alone and Iron Man 3. What else? Totally agree. Exactly. Absolutely. Someone said, now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Classic Xmas movie. Someone put that's hilarious. I could go on and on, but basically there was a lot of feedback. And a lot of people agreed. So yeah, I got a couple of no's, but for the most part, somebody said absolutely not. It's an erotic movie. Then someone else said, God, there's so many. I could go on and on. I think someone said that Friday was a Christmas movie. What? All right. So I had to change rooms because it was getting really loud in there. So I am in my bedroom now. I can talk about my favorite Christmas movies. And I'm probably gonna piss a lot of people off because we're not gonna agree. There's a lot of good Christmas movies, I'm not gonna lie. So narrowing it down to 5 was really hard. I tried to do a mix of classics, like childhood nostalgia, some newer movies, and then movies that we enjoy watching as a family. So that's kind of where my mind was. So my number 5 is a classic, and it's gonna be It's a Wonderful Life. So it was not a box office hit. Actually, it did really bad, and it was deemed like really dark, because it talked about suicide, and it was just not like, people didn't like it back then, but obviously it turned into a classic Christmas movie. I like it. I think it's a great story. It kind of reminds me of like the other ones, like obviously it's like the Guardian Angel, and then it's like, the Ghost of Christmas Past. Then you go into like all those other Christmas stories that have that kind of, what am I looking for? That kind of genre, I guess. Like A Christmas Carol, right? And all that. Then they all kind of have that same kind of, a little different, obviously not the same premise, but it's always like they visit your past and you see like the history and what brings you to there. I guess I'm gonna mention a couple of the honorable mentions that did not make my list. One of them is A Christmas Carol. There's so many versions of that movie, but I do like it. Scrooged almost made the list. I like Scrooge. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's honestly probably like number 6. It barely didn't make my list. I love that movie. But it got an honorable mention for me. Number 4, a lot of you are probably going to be like, no, you're so lame. I can't believe you picked that. But my number 4 is going to be Bad Moms Christmas. Look, I'm a mom. I can relate to Bad Moms Christmas. If you're watching this and you're a male, you probably won't get it, and that's okay. I get it. But as a mom, we're the ones that do all the shopping. We're the ones that fucking put on Christmas. I mean, granted, some of you lovely men do the Christmas lights at your house. I hire someone, so it's not how it goes at my house. But anyways, the moms have so much pressure. We're the ones that are like running from store to store trying to find the impossible gift of the year that's out everywhere. Yes, I'm talking about PS5s and Xbox, which I was able to miraculously get my hands on. But the point is, moms have so much pressure during Christmas that a lot of times we don't really get to enjoy it ourselves. And in Bad Moms Christmas, not only do they have their own pressure, but their moms come to visit. And their moms put even more pressure on them. And it's just hilarious and it's really good. And they get so, like, some of the funniest moments are they end up, like, going Christmas shopping to get away from everything. And they end up getting drunk at the food court. And, like, I can relate. It's just one of those things, you know. And at the end of the day, they're good moms. They're not bad moms. And they're trying to, like, make, you know, moments for their families and make it fun. And it's I don't know. I actually liked it better than the first, but that's my opinion. So we are at number 3, which goes back. That is Bella snoring, by the way. Bella, where's my Bella Bells? Where's my Bella Bells? Come here. Come here. Where's my good girl? She is so tired from camp, and she knows she's only allowed on the bed certain times, so she's not. Dylan, on the other hand, is like, I want to get on the bed, so Dylan's gonna say hi. Hi, Dill Pickle. Hi. Dylan's gonna say hi. There's Dill Pickle. Where's Bella? Where's my girl? She thinks she's not allowed on the bed. Come here, I'm gonna have to lay on her bed. Bella is a Staffordshire Terrier boxer mix, and Dylan is a Silky Terrier. So I was at number 3, which goes back to my Twitter. Batman Returns. Yes, I love Batman Returns. Obviously, Tim Burton directed it. Michael Keaton is one of my favorite Batmans. I don't care what anyone says. So we have the Penguin, and I forgot what his name is when he's first born in the movie. Something with an Oswald, something like that. Anyways, he's like deformed and his parents think he's hideous. And like one of the first images of the movie is him in a cage as a baby with this gorgeous white Christmas tree. And then, as you know, they throw him into the sewer and he's raised by penguins. And he decides he wants to kill all the sons like that are born like on Christmas. So it's a Christmas movie. The bad guys, the gang, like pops out of like Christmas presents. There's the Gotham tree lighting. There is the character called the Ice Princess. It's a Christmas movie. There's snow everywhere. And it does have that feel good, like, you know, the characters like growth. It does, you know, like any good Christmas movie. There is that. So to me, it's a Christmas movie. So I have to add that one of my comments when I was reading them at the beginning was Batman Returns is an erotic movie. And I get what you're saying. That kiss between Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Keaton, where he just like licks and she's got the costume. Yes. I totally get what you're saying. There's a lot of like hot, like, I get it. Which, by the way, Michelle Pfeiffer is my favorite Catwoman. She was amazing. She's one of my favorite characters, actually. But yes, I get what you're saying, but no, it's still a Christmas movie. There's snow everywhere. It's Christmas in the city. It happens on Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. Which goes back to my next honorable mention. And you guys are going to be so mad at me for this. Sorry, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I know, you guys are going to hate me for that. I know. I would never watch Die Hard on Christmas or as like a Christmas movie. I just wouldn't. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. Don't get me wrong. But it didn't make my list of Christmas movies. Sorry. Same with Gremlins. Didn't make my list. I love Gremlins, but I just don't see it as a Christmas movie. I know, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree, but yeah. So we have 2 movies left. And honestly, these next 2 are my top because we watch them as a family. And that's kind of what I wanted for my top movies. So I am not even a Will Ferrell fan, but we love Elf. We absolutely love Elf. Everything about that movie just cracks me up. From when it starts to him in the little elf village and he's so big compared to everyone else. And obviously he finds out that, you know, Santa's not his dad, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, he was adopted. Well, actually, he wasn't adopted. He mistakenly got on Santa's sleigh and got sent back to the North Pole, and they raised him with the elves. And then he goes to New York, obviously, and it's hilarious. The scene where he's in New York, like walking around the street and like interacting with people is actually legit. None of those are staged actors, and the reactions are like real. So when watch it again, it makes it even funnier, and look at the people's expressions. It's amazing when you know that, because you're like, yeah. You have to picture yourself like if you were them. But yeah, so we love Elf. Before I mention number 1, I'm going to give you guys a couple other honorable mentions, which I grew up watching National Lampoon Christmas Vacation. I have to admit that when I was making this list, I tried to rewatch it, and it was not funny. Like, it just did not hold the test of time. It was pretty obnoxious. So yeah, that's just did not make the list for me. There's like 5 Home Alone movies now, I think. Personally, I only like the first 2. It's just me. They're both good. We actually like 1 and 2, but I didn't want to repeat movies, so can't mention both. So yes, that brings me into my number 1 Christmas movie. Kevin! Wait, no, she goes, Kevin! And she falls, which I can't do. But yes, it's Home Alone, the first one. Even though I love both of them, I have to go with the original. And that is a movie that we watch over and over all the time. We love this movie. It never gets old. And I actually watched Home Alone 2 a couple days ago. But yeah, we love Home Alone movies. So that is definitely, that's our favorite. So yeah, let me see. A couple more honorable mentions. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I love that movie. It's cute, but it's not good enough to make like my top 5. That's just how I feel about it. And I actually have a couple that I wrote down because I'm really bad at like just Miracle on 34th Street is another one that I enjoy, but I'm not going to watch it all the time. I mentioned A Christmas Carol already. I mentioned Scrooge. A Christmas Story is another honorable mention. I think I covered it all. I'm sure I forgot something. Did I forget your favorite Christmas movie? Are you totally mad at me that I did not rank your movie higher, or did I completely leave it off the list? Comment down below. I want to hear your top 5 Christmas movies. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you don't miss any of my other videos. And happy holidays!